I'm Lynn Bridgeford from HIIT Bios Clinic and HIIT Bios Yoga, and today in our quick and easy workout series we're going to be doing a workout for the upper arms or the bingo wings. So we're doing a mixture of HIIT, which is high intensity, low intensity as a good warm-up, then a strength work, and then a good stretch. So you may need a kind of weight, so it could be a can of beans, it could be a can of tomatoes, could be a bottle of water or a weight. And join me in a minute. Starting with a gentle warm-up, just moving the arms around, forwards and backwards, one and then the other. You can bend the knees and backwards, bringing them in and out, reach them up and down and have a good shake. So just get ready for the workout. Starting with a light weight or no weight, we're going to lift up to the side. My elbow's a little bit bent. You can bend the knees if that's more stable. We're going at a high intensity, so find stability in the core and either straight legs or bent legs. Going high intensity, working the upper arm. It's quite a small muscle, so make sure it doesn't tire. Slow down if you need to. And then taking the lower intensity, coming up and down, up and down, up and down. Catch your breath. And going at higher intensity again. Bend the knees if that keeps you more stable. This is for about 20 seconds. Make sure that your neck is in neutral and that there's training rather than straining. And taking the lower intensity. Check your form, same movement, just a little bit more deliberate. For the strength work, you can take a slightly heavier weight, a bottle of water with a bit more water in it, and we're taking the same movement, nice and slowly up and down. Slight bend in the arm, just for ease. Coming up and down. Feel the work in the deltoid, the bally muscle at the top of the arm. So we're resisting up and down. And one more, slow and deliberate. The opposite movement is coming across, and a stretch is usually the opposite movement, so keep the inside of the elbow facing the middle, keep the body straight and take the arm across. And you may like to bring it up a little bit or down a little bit. Feel the stretch through the deltoid. You may find you get a different kind of stretch if you turn the head one way or the other. It's also fine to keep it straight forwards. Breathe into the stretch to allow that muscle to release. And release. On the other side, palm facing in, bring the arm across the body. Find the point where you get that good stretch through the deltoid. It may help you to turn the head. Find if that works for you. If not, just keep facing forwards. Breathe into the stretch. The arm is relaxing, assisted by the other hand. Breathe into it. Allow it to stretch. And release. Bringing the arm up, and we're going to push up and down. This is using the upper arm, and we're going to go at speed and bend the knees if that helps you stabilize. Arms are out. Find whether you're more stable with bent legs or straight legs. Pushing up and down, keeping the elbows out to the side. We're using a lot of the upper arm in this movement, and the back and the chest. And taking the lower intensity. Catch your breath. Recover your heart rate. And we're going again. I like to keep my legs bent on the fast one. It gives me stability. If you feel more stable with your legs straight, do that one. Keep your neck in neutral and keep the neck nice and relaxed and poised. Up and down, high intensity. Pumping that up and down. And then taking the lower intensity. Slightly heavier weight for the strength. So we're pushing up and a little bit over and coming down. You can just go straight up. It's a little kinder with the weight to come in a little. We're taking it slow and deliberate. Keep the spine strong. Pushing up and release. Find a good weight that works for you. We can hold the weight and just allow a stretch through the arm and just gently go forwards, backwards on a diagonal and the other diagonal, almost like the arm's moving itself, and just let the weight stretch through. Interlinking the hands behind, reach them back and down, keeping the core working. You can bend the knees if you need to, lifting through the upper chest, reaching the arms down. Tuck the chin in if that's comfortable, or keep it straight. You can bring the arms up behind you if that works for you. You can also bend the knees if that's more comfortable. The arms are stretching and relaxing. Interlink the hands in front of you, reach forwards and curl around. So we're stretching all the way through the upper arms. You can bend the knees if that's more comfortable. Have the head just gently relaxed, chin gently tucked in, stretching through the upper arms. We're taking some complex movements, a bit like doggy paddle arms. Bend the knees to keep stability. Keep the movement around the upper arm. I like to bend the knees. You can have them straight if that works for you. I find I wiggle my bottom. So let's get 20 seconds in at a good pace. It may not be as fast as some of the others. Keeping the form, getting that high intensity going. We're working a lot of muscles with this complex movement. And the lower intensity. I can straighten my legs on this one quite happily. It's okay to have a little sway in the body. And we're going at speed again. Get that high intensity. Keep the breath going. Keep the core working. And then the lower intensity. Taking a heavier weight for the strength, and we're going really slowly to get the intensity of the strength. Little twist in the body to accommodate the extra weight. If you need to have a rest, do. We want to train and enjoy our workouts. Again, just let the arms hang down. Stretch with the extra weight. Have a little wiggle. We can take the hands behind the head or at this angle and stretch back if your hands are behind your head. Reach them away. So we're lifting the chest, stable in the core, and stretching through the front of the arms. To stretch through the front of the arms, you can cross the hands over and reach them up and forwards. Breathe into them and you go as far up as works for you, and release. So doing that same complex movement, going back a little bit like backwards doggy paddle. I like to bend the knees for stability. Down here isn't going to work the upper arm, we need to be up. If you have a shoulder problem and can't go all the way up, then by all means do it lower down. We show the body the way, and it then takes us further. So getting high intensity, backward rowing, a little bit like backward doggy paddle. Keep the high intensity, get those upper arms working, and then the lower intensity, you can still keep the legs bent or you can straighten them. And high intensity again, keep that pace, about 20 seconds. Want to burn fat, get energy, snatching the mitochondria, and we also burning fat, building muscle, and working our heart, getting a good cardiovascular workout. And then lower intensity. Keep the legs bent or straighten them. 10 seconds to catch your breath, check your form, and slow down the heart rate. And the similar movement with a slightly heavier weight, one arm at a time. They're kind of working together in different ways, one following the other. Nice and slow and deliberate to work the strength. It's a heavier weight than the HIIT, so it's working harder. Make sure it's a good weight for you. Slow and deliberate. So from yoga, the eagle pose, bring the arms together, cross one over. We're aiming to take the hands together. If you can't, just bring the back of the hands together or hold what you can. From here, we're going to reach the arms up. Keep the neck in neutral. We're stretching all the way through the upper arms. Doesn't matter how far you go or if your hands are not joined. And release and shake them out. On the other side, bring the arms up, cross the other arm over. Take the palms together if you can, or just however you can. Reach the arms straight up. Keep the neck nice and neutral. Stretching all the way through the arms. And release. Another complex movement simulating walking. Bring the arms up parallel to the floor, and we're going to go forwards and backwards. You can bend the knees for stability. I still wiggle my bottom a little bit with this one. That's okay. It's a bit like walking. You've got a little twist in your body as well. Gently one side to the other. Pumping the arms. Getting that high intensity. 20 seconds, getting the heart rate up. It's like power walking without even moving your feet. And then the low intensity. Get that same movement. You'll feel a little bit of natural twist through your spine as you go, like you do when you walk. And then we're taking the high intensity again. We want to have natural movements. We're humans. We are amazing machines. And we are bio machines. We're not static machines. And then high intensity and lower intensity. Arms forwards and backwards, like doing a power walk, or like when you run, if you run. Taking a heavier weight for that same movement, slowly and deliberately to work through the upper arm. And the upper arm's moved by the torso. The lower arm's moved by the upper arm. So when we're working the upper arm, we're also working muscles in the torso, and we're also working the lower arm. So it all works together in a wonderful harmony. Feel that strength movement again. You can bend the knees if you need to. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Feel the movement, feel the strength. Interlink the hands in front of you, reach them forwards, bend the knees, curl around. Breathe into that and release. Interlink the hands behind you, reach them back and down. Breathe into them and release and have a little shake. Reach the arms up, shoulders down, and we might want to reach up with one and then the other, reaching through the rib cage as well. And shoulders down, take hold of the hand and reach up and over to stretch all the way through the upper arm into the shoulder blade. So the one stretching is passive, the other one is active and pulling on it. Change hands. So this one becomes active, this one's passive, and lift up and reach. Nice stretch through the upper arm, through the shoulder blade. Breathe into it and release. Reach one arm up and over, slide the other arm down the leg Nice stretch through the arm and the upper body. Come up on the inhale, reach up with the other arm. Reach through the arm to the fingertips, gently slide a little bit down the leg. Breathe into it and come back up. Have a good wiggle, shake your bottom, shake your head, shake your arms. Let it all shake out and let any tension just disappear. Thank you so much. That's a few simple exercises to work with specific movements and complex movements to get those upper arms strong, toned, stretched and losing fat. Thank you so much. Enjoy your workouts. Please subscribe, like, write in the comments below, and go across to my other channels. I have Instagram, Lynn Bridgeford. I have Facebook channels for the clinic, for the yoga, and interact with me on all the channels, and I would be happy to connect with you. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. Thank you so much.